Oh, welcome to this lesson on John Mayer's "Good Love Is on the Way." This is the version that appeared on his trio album "Try." It's a live version, and in the first part, we're going to do a little playthrough of the key elements, and then we'll take a look at the introductory stuff and what he plays underneath the verse. And then in part two, we'll look at the kind of pre-chorus, the chorus, and the descending riff. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the version that he plays on the trio album "Try" live, and every other time he does it somewhat differently. So we're going to stick with that one. That one starts off with an A chord, and then you fret the D string at the fourth fret, and you leave the A string and the G string open. Yeah, and it sounds like, and you play that twice. Then back to the A chord. You go back and forth between that. And then you go into the riff. All right, and that riff, it's one of those riffs that actually is easier to play fast and slow. And it's maybe not as hard as it might sound. The idea is to get it to flow along and not play it too fast. So what he's doing there is obviously first you're starting with this A chord, and then you're playing an upstroke on the open A string, a downstroke on the A string fretted at the fourth fret, and then an upstroke on the A open again. So then you're going over to that D string at the fourth fret again, and you're playing. So you've got to cleanly play this fretted D string and the open G string next to it. And then you take your finger off and play the open D. So far we have the next thing is two pull-offs. One is the D string at the second fret to open, and then the A string at the fourth fret to open. So then you play a G chord, and you play the same riff, except that when you start, instead of playing A to A fretted at the fourth, it's A to A fretted second and open. So the same, otherwise same riff. So. You just repeat that a bunch of times, you know, probably about 6, and then when he goes into the part where he's singing, it's going to be revolving around the A chord and the G chord. So there, he's going to be playing something like, the rhythm is, you know, it's a little quieter, and you're going to be playing. You don't have to play those embellishments. Those are the kind of things that he plays. You could just play a G chord. So what I'm doing with the embellishments is that I'm using the notes that he uses in that riff. So especially this. Right? So literally I'm doing this. It's a hammer-on and pull-off on the G string at the 2nd fret, open, second, open, and then, so I'm just going up and, you know, this key, D string, 4th fret, and to open, then I'm going to this D string at the 2nd fret. If you wanted to play other things, as long as you're using these notes, you're fine. You know, because you're really just improvising in there. So in the next section, we're going to look at the, you know, kind of bridge into the chorus.